All right, today what we wanted to talk about was bonus systems and how they relate to an associate-driven practice, one that, a practice that you're going to use to create revenue for you into retirement that you're not there, tends to rely on a bonus system that works. And when I say that works, there's a lot of bonus systems over the years we've seen. They don't work for various reasons. And so we're going to talk about all the different things that can go wrong with a bonus. And when you make a bonus, if you make one yourself, you'd want to make sure that all these different things are checked off so that you get a bonus that really drives the practice.
We're counting on staff to kind of make up for some of the commitment deficiencies that might be found with the associate relationship. And so most people finally turn to a bonus, but there's so many mistakes, so many ways to make it fail. And it really hurts people when bonuses have to be taken away or dramatically revised.
Right. Okay, so number one, what would you say is the number one thing that goes wrong with bonuses?
Oh, good question. There's actually a number of things that can mess it up, but probably number one is doctors are paying staff a lot of times more than they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come along and tell them about bonuses, and they're kind of cringy and reluctant. So they say, I'm already paying them really good, and I'm producing this much. So when we get to this real high goal, yeah, I can afford to pay them a little bonus. And so what happens is the ends never meet. There's no connection made. Staff feel like it's too far out of reach, it's hopeless, and you will see them do absolutely nothing different than they're doing now. I would say that's number one, setting the bar too high.
Too high, okay. One thing that I see very common is bonuses tend to, over time, become an entitlement. Those of you that have done bonuses before, this is the number one thing that we hear back. If you've done a bonus, kind of go, it worked for a little while, Greg, but then it turned into like an entitlement, like they did nothing for it. The practice grew, maybe not even by their efforts anymore. It's just kind of, that's the new level. And they're doing nothing extraordinary to drive the practice to another level, and they just kind of ride off of it.
So in time, they have to raise the bar, but it has to be realistic. They still, if they stretch, they can hit it. If they stretch and can't hit it, you raised it too high.
Right.
But if you leave it where it is, it does become an entitlement. In fact, everybody be cheering for a price increase because it's just money in their pocket.
Right. Another thing that we'll see is freeloaders. This is very common where bonuses are really, there's 2 or 3 key staff members that do all the work and everybody else kind of rides off their coattails. To the point sometimes where the 3 that are doing all the work just quit. I'm tired of making their bonuses. I do all the work and they share in it, and it becomes communal. There's no incentive for me to work hard for 15 people and I only get a small cut of it.
So we talk about fracturing bonuses into components where you kind of eat what you kill. You earn a bonus, you get a bonus. You can't ride off someone else.
Yeah, communal bonuses can be a real struggle. We see that a lot of times. What other things do you see that you want to make sure if you make a bonus, there is a certain dollar amount we know that a bonus has to pay out if they hit it for it to be motivating.
It actually has to change their life a little bit.
Right.
Make it so they can drive a better car, live in a better house. Typically, that's around $300 to $500 a month. When the bonus gets into that range,
you'll see behavior
they start
different.
scrambling.
Right.
In fact, they're all looking at you. Like if you're on a lifeboat floating in the ocean and somebody's got to be eaten, they're looking at, come on, man, step up, doctor.
Right.
I heard you tell that patient, oh, we can wait on this. And yet they're thinking, I wouldn't have done that. You're not helping us.
Another thing is too long of a time period. We'll hear about quarterly bonuses, even yearly bonuses. If we have a really good year in December, we'll do a payout. I've seen it be quarterly, and monthly is too long. We're finding that weekly or daily is the number.
Daily paid out either weekly or biweekly.
Right.
Yeah, staff have to see a connection between the patient in front of them and their paycheck.
Yeah.
And so this idea of 3 months, a lot of doctors tell me the reason they did that was I had a staff person once who manipulated the bonus and cheated me. She would stack a day and then we'd have a bad day. She'd stack a day so she could get bonus and then a bad day. And so I fixed them. I spread it out over 3 months. Yeah, and the motivation just completely went out the window.
Right. That stacking days, stacking months. That is another problem where they see they're gonna not hit it this month, and then they'll start jamming patients into next month. So next month they have a better shot at it, which is.
Can I tell you another thing I think of as a real problem with this is when the doctor doesn't see the power or the value of the bonus and lets it just, for example, they go 3 or 4 months without bonusing and then they come back and they hit it and the doctor goes, oh, are we still doing that? In other words, they kind of let it drift out of their life. Man, when your bonus isn't working, you need to get something fixed.
Right. And how do you know your bonus is working?
You're growing.
It's kind of like, I think, like fishing. When you're fishing with your kids, oh, I think I got one. I think I got one, Dad. I feel it. I feel it. No, when you get a strike, you know it. When bonus is right, you know it. They're pushing as hard or a lot of times harder than you.
You'll feel yourself working harder and longer.
And not having
Not
to
always
think,
liking
your
it.
head's down and just waves of production come and you don't know how it's happening. It's just coming on you. That's how you know it's working.
See, that's you. But now for the associate, it's life and death.
Oh yeah.
Without the staff pushing things onto his or her schedule, they're going to go dry.
And you want a bonus behavior. We say that any bonuses need to be paid when there's points of persuasion, when you need a patient to stay and get treatment, when you need to get them scheduled, to schedule over the phone, to refer, anything like that. You want a bonus behavior. We're real big on same-day service and making today as good as possible. So you want to bonus that behavior. Any other points of making sure that
I've seen this is a real sad one, but I've seen doctors resent how much staff make. I had a doctor in Connecticut tell me, my staff are making $50,000 a year, 40, whatever. They don't have a degree. In other words, he resented that they were being paid more, even though they took him from $30,000 a month to $90,000 a month in no time. So, and staff are sensitive to this. They want to make you happy, probably more than they want to make money, which I know is strange. But if they think the bonus is hurting you, if you wince when they achieve bonus or whatever, they're very sensitive to that.
right.
Unlikely to do it again.
So those are our list of don'ts, and make sure that you have your bonus crafted in a manner that you can check off all the things we talked about. If you want, we have a number of bonuses that obviously all the things are checked off. If you're interested in our bonus systems, just call Whitehall. I will be glad to walk you through it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.